All right, I have one of the intelligent meters, the JLD404. This is really a nice meter. It's got a lot of features. It's got the relays and you can measure up to 500 volts and a lot of good stuff. You can set a relay to turn off and on at a certain voltage, 2 of them. There are a couple of problems. One of them is that for some reason the buttons on the front here stop working after a certain time. Probably is maybe moisture or whatnot. And it looks like this meter was actually designed to have remote control buttons, and this is a feature that wasn't implemented. Also, another common thing with this is that we drop little lines, like there should be 2 lines there. I mean, a line at the bottom. So, yeah, the display, and I haven't had any luck fixing that, but I have had some luck with the buttons. So there's the 3 buttons, or 4 buttons. The first one is for your setting. The second one is the one that stopped working for me, and that's an important one because that's the one that scrolls through the different features. So you end up being stuck on amp hours all the time if you don't have that button working. Now, the interesting thing is down here, they actually look like they had some kind of circuit board set up. Maybe a chip with some opto-isolators, or I don't know what they had going on. Now, it's not been installed, but the traces are there. So we have one trace that goes from here, and I brought him over here and brought a little wire around and over to out so I can hook up a switch outside. The other wire I had to fasten onto the front, and if you see there on our second button, I had to fasten him or solder him onto the top right-hand little terminal. Now, there's actually traces going places, but I couldn't locate any of them that would work to toggle this, and I didn't want to, since this switch, when you push on it, toggles the setup, I didn't want to burn out as you can see, it's not working. Now, my set switch does work. And my numbers up and down works also. So everything works except for the most important one. And that's so we've got our little solder on the top left hand there. I ran the wire around and back over to here where they've got a couple of places to come out on the back. So now I've got my 2 wires. As you can see, they'll go to a switch or whatever I connect to there. And now, as you can see, we can toggle through our different features. Not easy to do this with one hand. Well, you got the idea. That's the clock. That's the amps. And that's the volts. So we come back here. Now, when we want to reset it, as I remember, you hold this button down. Or do you hold these buttons down to reset the... I guess you hold these buttons down to reset it. Yeah. So luckily that button... So I can still reset it. If I wanted to open this up and have this so that this whole thing could be in an enclosure, I'd have to also come over here and do this wire and find out where he goes. Maybe they've got a meter with this option on there. I don't know. I haven't seen one. All right, that's my video on this fine meter.